Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a Sephora sale haul update where I share with you all my final reviews on all the products that I purchased during the Sephora sale. A lot were repurchases too, so I'm not going to spend too much time on those, but I did pick up some new stuff that I wanted to fully review for you in this video. What worked out, what didn't during the Sephora sale. I'm here to update you on my huge haul. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Today is kind of gloomy out today, so I apologize that it's a little bit dark in this video, but I do have my studio lights on to brighten the situation. A few of you actually asked me to film next a summer favorites, and I was going to compile everything, probably do that at the end of May, and share with you all my favorite products for summer. That's just a side note, because I asked on Instagram. I thought that was such a good idea, because I don't typically do seasonal favorites, but for summertime, I feel like I have some really good ones. And you'll see some of these perfumes, maybe actually all of them, in my summer favorites. That's kind of what triggered it. So I'm going to be reviewing all the fragrances that I got during the sale. There were 6 of them, but one I already returned. The first 2 are from Alice Brooklyn. I heard so much about Miami Nectar that I wanted to get that for this summer. And then also the Guava Granita from Alice Brooklyn was new. And I've been pairing them together, and it has been the most gorgeous summer scent, though I don't think you need to do that. And if I were to only recommend one, I personally am a fan of Guava Granita because it has this banana note in it, which is very popular for the season. Our fragrances coming out with a banana note in them. If you follow fragrances, you will actually see that for this summer. It's a very popular note in fragrances. And Miami Nectar, which I'm going to spray with Guava Granita, is more fresh than I anticipated and reminds me a little bit of one of my husband's colognes. Not that it's heavy, but it has a note in it that smells kind of cologne-y to me, which I was surprised by, honestly, smelling it. It wasn't anything like I was expecting because people were saying coconut in summer, and as much as I smell a little bit of that in there, it reminds me of my husband for some reason. So I do like both of them, but I prefer Guava Granita, and if you can, mixing these together is actually incredible, and it's what I'm going to be wearing for this summer. So I'm really happy I picked up those during the sale. And then I also managed to get the Kayali Capri in a bottle, Lemon Sugar, number 14, which on Canada Sephora, this was in and out of stock and was out of stock forever, and finally came back in stock during the sale, shockingly. And this is a beautiful lemon fragrance that's sweet. Also nothing like I was expecting it to be from how people subscribe to my channel. It's nothing like people describe this to me. Very lemon cake, very sweet. It is really pretty scent. I can see why so many people like this one. I'm glad I have the mini. I probably wouldn't buy the full size, even though there isn't a full size of this. I know so many people love it. I much prefer the Guava Granita fragrance for full size worthy fragrances. And also these next 2 from Sol de Janeiro I thought were absolutely amazing, and I've been using them so much. We have the pink and the blue from the new Sol de Janeiro scents. I returned the green because that one smelled off-putting to me. It was very minty and just not something that I personally would wear. Even though I thought I was going to like that one based on notes, didn't sit well with me, but these 2 have been so amazing, and I love how tangerine but fresh this blue one is. It's my favorite, and this one reminds me of Rio Radiance from Sol de Janeiro, which is a permanent fragrance in the line, so I really love that aspect of it, and it's very much so up my alley. Both of these 2 fragrances, and it didn't come in the haul, but I did have a picture of this. It came in the mail now, obviously. My Rio Radiance from Sol de Janeiro sunscreen, which I heard a subscriber say they actually pulled this to improve the nozzle of it. It's not going to get stuck. Mine didn't last year, but I did have an issue with their oil. Happy they're fixing the issue, but this was my favorite sunscreen and fragrance for last summer, so highly recommend. Actually mentioned this in my most complimented products. This is it. You will smell great, but also be protected from the sun. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1 and a summer staple for me. So definitely pick this up. They have mini sizes too, which is incredible. I'm so happy that they redid the nozzle. So they do have a mini, they have that full size, and it's just such a good smell and SPF 50. I also have the reformulated House Labs for their talc-free bronzers. and I love the shade I got. It's Terrasol Light Medium. I'm wearing it on my skin today. It just blends so beautifully, and it's not flat. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, so it looks more natural on the skin. It just blends effortlessly in. I also buffed it on my eyes today for a monochromatic look, and I just love pairing my eyeshadow like this with my bronzer. It just looks so cohesive and clean, and this formula is just so good, and I'm so happy it didn't change too much with the talc being removed. So I love it. It's still my top bronzer. So happy about that. And then I've been using this like crazy. It is the Tower 28 blush, and I feel like these went under the radar. They're not getting enough hype because so many blushes launched at once. We had the Rare Beauty, Say, Tower 28. There was just so many at one time. I feel like this formula just kind of went past people. And I picked up the shade Long Beach Iced Tea. I'm wearing it on my skin today. It is the perfect blush for the summertime. It looks like summer on the skin, and it's so flattering. I love how the formula picks up with my brush as well. It's just such a nicely packed formula, but it applies so evenly. It's super smoothing, doesn't highlight texture. The blend is beautiful, and the color of this one specifically is 10 out of 10. I love this color so much, so highly recommend if you're looking for a blush for summer. This is it, and the next one that I'm going to talk about is so pretty. If you like the kind of bronzer sort of trend going on, this is from Say, and also these blushes are incredible. The formula is more radiant though. If you do have skin texture like me, the Tower 28 is a little bit more flattering, but this is still pretty. And I picked up the shade Chow, which is like that burnt sort of color for the summer. It is so pretty. It's definitely up my alley, my sort of tone, and I thought the most unique out of the colors that Say launch. So I went this way. I'm so happy I did. It is absolutely stunning on the face, and it gives a little bit of a glow too. So love those formulas. So far, so many hits that I picked up during this sale. It was such a good sale season for launches. Then I also got backups of my Kosas powder. I've talked about this at length. It's my favorite pressed powder because it's good for mature or dry skin. It doesn't look heavy or cakey. It sits so nicely and wears really well. So all the things that I look for in a powder, top recommended thing to you guys. And I finally repurchased this. I got a full size of the Ilia Face Base Milk, and this is so good if you're looking for a thin moisturizer that's good underneath makeup. And this is especially good, I feel like, for the warmer months, because if you're layering product, you want your moisturizer to be thin but hydrating so it doesn't bunch up your makeup or have it slip off in the summertime. So this is kind of the perfect base going into the warmer months, so highly recommend if you haven't checked that out before. It's my favorite milky sort of moisturizer on the market that has launched that I've personally tried. It's the best one out there in my opinion. Then today is hair wash day. If you can't tell, I slicked it back. I do have my Scalp Revival oil in my hair right now. And this is the Briogeo Scalp Revival Rosemary Pre-Wash Oil. I use this on hair wash days, but you can use this overnight as well if you just sleep in it. Some rosemary oils are just too potent. This one is pre-mixed, so you don't have to worry about it being too much for your scalp, too irritating or anything like that. So this has been really nice on hair wash days. I have a repurchase of my Morphe Puff, which I also have to wash my brushes today. So she is dirty, but I repurchased her. I repurchased the One Size On Till Dawn setting spray. Again, I love this for the summertime. I had a little mini one last summer, which lasted me the whole summer. I didn't actually need a big size, I don't think, just for how much I use this. I just decided to purchase the full size this time because I know how much I liked it. May as well get the full. So this is really good for waterproofing your makeup, for that matte look. It doesn't change or alter how your skin looks, so it doesn't add any sort of glow. It just kind of keeps it as is when you set your face, which is nice. I actually didn't use any setting spray today because I've been back on my Beauty Blender Skin Tint. Why did I ever try anything else? Honestly, that is the best product for my skin. I love it so much. I could use Beauty Blender Skin Tint for the rest of my life and I'd just be happy. Honestly, I forgot how good it was. My skin just looks so good. Then I bought a new Touchland hand sanitizer in the Cocoa Beach one. I don't actually know the name. Beach Cocoa. And I'm still waiting for the mango to come on Sephora Canada because they finally got Touchland. I'm so happy they did, but they don't have my favorite one, which is the mango one, and I've been waiting for for that one to come to Sephora Canada. So as soon as that one comes to Sephora Canada, I'm going to stock up because that's my favorite Touchland. This one's okay. It smells nice. I think it actually pairs really nicely with my Ellis Brooklyn Miami Nectar, if you like that sort of scent, but I'm still missing my mango. This is a repurchase, my Kerastase anti-breakage serum. I've been using this consistently. I'm on maintenance now. I use it only a few times a week, and this has helped with the hair fall. So when I'm in my shower, washing my hair, not as much is coming out since using this and incorporating into my hair care routine. It is pricey, and some people have been saying that it smells really strong. It does kind of have a cologne-y scent. It doesn't bother me. I don't know. I just never really noticed it, I guess. I apply it at night and I'm sleeping in it, so I'm not smelling it anyways. And when I wake up in the morning, I don't smell it. So that's kind of how I've been using it. It's just at night. And then I have the Tartelette XL Tubing Mascara. I do like this. It's a little heavy on my lashes though, so I find they're weighed down a little bit. So I do have to curl them after, but it does stay up after I do that. Still think for tubing, my favorite is Merit. From what I've tried a few at this point, but the Merit one, I want to go back and buy a full size of that, but still going to use it up. I like it, love how it removes, love how it wears. It's just a little heavy of a formula for my lashes personally. I have and recommended this already, a new color in the Sephora Shadow Stick and Liners in Cabernet Matte. This is so gorgeous. It has this reddish undertone that just plays beautifully with my eye color, and I cannot rave about these enough. They're great on the waterline, smudged out on your upper lash line. They're so good, and the colors they have are just, I love them. 10 out of 10 product there. And then from Sephora Collection again, I picked up Acid Coral, which I was hoping would be a replacement for Watermelon Slice, which they no longer have. And it's so close to that color. It's just a little bit deeper, a little less pink, but I was wearing this in my previous video and it's so stunning. Always get compliments on corals like this, so I'm so happy that they have one that's close to Watermelon Slice. These Charlotte Tilbury palettes, amazing. I've fallen in love with these, and I hate that they're limited edition because I would repurchase this in a heartbeat. As soon as I'm done them, I would want this back in my life because it has the Flawless Finish Powder, but in a brightening shade, but that same formula, and it looks so good underneath the eyes. This one's the peach one. The color is beautiful. This one specifically, I really like, even though I thought I'd like the pink one more. I'm really loving the peach just because the peach looks so flattering, and I've never tried a peach powder underneath my eyes, and it looks so flattering underneath my eyes. And then I have the pink one too, which I also absolutely love. This one's better for when I'm more fair because the pink is very brightening on this one, but you can kind of mix these two together and create a gradient sort of blush or effect for your under eye area, and that's why I really love the combination of the powder and the blush. So these, if you can't tell, they were a huge hit. And then the last thing that I picked up was a repurchase, and it's the Tower 28 spray. This is just the refill though, because in my first order, which never came, I had the spray bottle and I'm like, you know what? I regret going that way. I should have got the big one. So I went back and got the big one for my repurchase order. It's good for spraying on your skin to keep bacteria at bay. So if you have any issue with acne, it's good for redness. It's just so good. It's hypochlorous acid. It's accepted by the National Eczema Association. If you have dry skin like me, redness is so good, and I have a little mini too that I keep in my gym bag, so post-workout it's good to just spray on the skin. If you travel, people say they put that in their carry-on and spray it on the plane. If you have issues with plane air, it's just really good for bacteria. Heard that people actually, not this one specifically, like hypochlorous acid in general, spray it around their house too, so just so many benefits to it, not only just for your skin, but everything else. So I'm a huge fan of hypochlorous acid. So I got the big one in the Tower 28. Though I do want to try some dupes out there. So let me know what dupes are that you use. I would love to know, so I'm not spending this kind of price tag, but I did get the discount, so that's why I went that route. And then the last thing that I picked up was the Milk Skin Tint, which I actually got prior to the sale and that I had already returned. I think I mentioned that in my Sephora haul, my sale haul, that I returned that because it just didn't wear good on my skin. I feel like there's like a love and hate camp for that product. If it works for you, it looks so beautiful on the skin, but I can get it to look good initially. It's just the wear for me. For whatever reason, it wears patchy. It always comes off around my mouth. So I had an issue with that product specifically. And that was everything that I bought during the Sephora sale, and those are my final reviews on all the products. So I hope this helps you out decide whether one of these things you wanted to pick up or if you can pass on it based on my experience and my review. I hope this video helped you out. There will be another haul coming up soon. I'm probably gonna wait at least a week for, I think I have one more order coming in for that video. It's actually not going to be too big because typically after the sale, I'm not buying that much. So it's going to be a smaller haul, but still I will film that for you. Summer favorites, trying new makeups, all that's to come. So hope you guys are excited as much as I am to film those videos. So thank you so much for watching this one. And if it's your first video or you haven't already, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.